It's a good day to you. Thank you very much for joining us right here on ZTN News Blitz. Let's take a quick look at today's top stories. We are not COVID-19 vaccine guinea pigs, says Zimbabwe. SDA pastor poisoned in lead up to elections. Postpone public examinations, teachers demand. And in sports, Chakava and Maruma recover from COVID-19. And now for the news in greater detail. Amidst the rush of a COVID-19 vaccine, Zimbabwe says its citizens will not be used as guinea pigs for trial. The country's national COVID-19 response chief coordinator, Dr. Agnes Mahomva, said this during a meeting with members of the Political Actors Dialogue at State House in Harare this morning. Dr. Mahomva said due diligence will be followed before any vaccine is administered in Zimbabwe.
We are not allowing a vaccine that comes here to just be injected in our people when our own scientists, based on our own experiences, haven't looked at it carefully and so on. We're also not naive enough to think we can just manufacture a vaccine ourselves. The kind of processes that are happening globally, the resources that are pouring in, we're not going to be able to take advantage, low-hanging fruit, but pay attention and make sure that we are not being used as guinea pigs. And I guarantee you we're doing just that.
The Zimbabwean government says it reckons it has done well so far in containing the spread of the virus. To date, the country has recorded 8,427 cases and 248 deaths. Deputy Chairperson of the COVID-19 Interministerial Ad Hoc Task Force, Professor Amon Murira, speaks.
Zimbabwe is number 138 in terms of infections, while the United States is number 1. This is clear evidence about how far we have gone in our strategy, mainly the issue of lockdowns, the issue of PPEs. We know, and the issue of information. We know that there is no vaccine yet, there's no medicine yet, so the best strategy is prevention and information. And so far, so good. And again, I say so far, so good.
One of the biggest churches in Zimbabwe, the Seventh-day Adventist, is investigating a case of alleged poisoning of a senior cleric, Pastor Fortunate Chipunza, ahead of the church's general elections. Pastor Chipunza was allegedly poisoned at the church's East Zimbabwe Conference offices in Harare at the weekend. It is not yet clear which position Pastor Chipunza is vying for. Spokesperson of the church's East Zimbabwe Conference, Pastor Ahmad Khan, said they are still waiting for medical results before deciding the way forward.
I am not clear exactly what transpired. We are hoping that the doctors who have worked on him, with whatever results they have, we can then understand exactly what happened. We've asked him for the results, he doesn't want to give them to us. But we've asked some people to go and talk to him, because without the results, there's nothing we can do.
Pastor Chipunza refused to comment when ZTN called him earlier today.
I'm only prepared to speak to the press. I'm just concentrating on my recovery.
Now, teachers in Zimbabwe want this year's public examinations postponed. Final year students who returned to class just over a month ago start examinations on the 1st of December. But with teachers turnout in schools at about 32%, concern is that the learners may not be adequately prepared to write exams. Some teachers have not been reporting for duty since schools opened, citing incapacitation. And Zimbabwe Teachers Association Chief Executive Officer Dr. Sifiso Ndlovu believes it would be ill-advised to carry on with exams this year.
The preliminary indicators are that they are unhappy. It means they are not motivated. And what we have now received from some is that they are not willing to take that offer as the best offer, and therefore we must continue. So we must continue to engage, but at the same time, they won't be available. So if that is going to be the manifestation in the practice on the ground, then it is advisable not to schedule the exams, because there will be very few people to manage that process.
President of the Progressive Teachers Union of Zimbabwe, Dr. Takavafira Zhou, says the examinations should be deferred to next year.
It is very clear what examinations must serve for, but under normal circumstances, it would be very difficult for students to write examinations over a syllabus that they've not covered. It was going to be better to find a way of resolving the impasse with teachers and then postpone the examinations to next year. There's a possibility that the academic year for 2020 could extend into 2021 first term, and then next year reduce the terms to 2 terms.
ZTN spoke to some parents in Harare who added their voice to the ongoing debate on public examinations.
Handone zvakakodzera kuti vana vanyoreswe ma-examination at the moment. Why? Because vana vakangoenda kuchikoro for just one term. Hapana kumbodzidza.
Maofungira tichiita vabereki nemaonera tichiita tichiona kunge zvazviri nani kana hurumende ichikwanisa kuti mwana angodzokera mukilasi yaagara ari.
Kana kutanga kana next year, I think it's better. Ungotangidzisa zvavo because izvi zvanovaseti exam ratosei ivo asina chavakaita sei chavakadzidza hapana chavanoona.
Mwana anodzidza gore rese pamwe anonofoira womuti adzokorora nokuti uri kurwadziwa nokufeila kwaaita ko asina kumbodzidza gore rese. Nenhamo iri muno muZimbabwe hakuna munhu haasi munhu wese anokwanisa kuwana mari extra lesson.
Now, amidst the concerns, the Zimbabwe School Examination Council says it is now ready for the final year examinations, which start next month.
We are ready. We have finished grade 7s are the initial ones to write. We are 100% ready for the day from the 1st of December.
Suspended Zimbabwe Miners Federation President Henrietta Rushwaya continues with her bid for freedom at the Harare Magistrate Court today. Rushwaya is facing charges of smuggling, unlawful possession of gold and bribery. Our correspondent Patience Namburo is at the Harare Magistrate Court with the latest.
Well, good afternoon, Samantha. The matter continues today with the respective lawyers cross-examining Detective Chief Inspector Michael Chibaya. Detective Chief Inspector Michael Chibaya was cross-examined by Stephen Tsirai's lawyers. He, however, says Stephen Tsirai is the one allegedly to have conducted the unprocedural entry of Rushwaya into the court. He, however, stated that none of the staff at the airport have been arrested in connection with the matter. We'll give you more details.
Now, Britain says it is committed to boosting trade with Zimbabwe by facilitating export of horticultural products from the southern African country to Europe. Market Access and Trade Policy Officer at the British Embassy in Harare, David Gate, said this while addressing delegates at a trade partnership workshop in the capital earlier today. Gate's remarks come after Zimbabwe recently ratified an economic partnership agreement with the United Kingdom, which enables local exports to enjoy tariff and quota-free access to UK markets.
The UK Trade Partnership Programme, which brings us here today, will support the continuation of these exports to the UK and will support Zimbabwe to maximize the benefits of the Economic Partnership Agreement with the UK. The programme aims to boost exports by increasing the awareness of firms and institutions on how to access UK markets and better identify trade obstacles. We are supportive of all the components of this program, which will bridge the information gaps that currently exist, help companies realize their growth potential, as well as strengthen national mechanisms to monitor the business environment.
Zimbabwe's Minister of Industry and Commerce, Dr. Sekai Nzenza, revealed that trade between Zimbabwe and UK averages $100 million United States dollars annually, with the balance of trade currently favoring Zimbabwe.
I wish to encourage the horticulture sector in Zimbabwe to make use of the trade preferences accorded and the capacity building being rendered under the UK TP program to grow exports by at least 10% annually. And our export target this would increase our export target as we move towards Vision 2030.
Tanzania's populist President John Magufuli has today taken the oath of office for a second five-year term at the Jamhuri Stadium in Dodoma, the country's political capital. Dr. Magufuli won with a landslide of 84% in the October 28th election. And Magufuli over the weekend said he will not pursue another term amid some concerns that the ruling party, which won nearly all parliament seats, might try to extend the presidency to two-term limit. The event was attended by the Presidents Museveni of Uganda and President Emerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe. Now we give you an update of the United States election on Wednesday. As mail-in ballots were totaled, Democrat Joe Biden extended his lead over Republican Donald Trump, taking Michigan and Wisconsin. The count is still in progress in many places, and Mr. Biden is leading by a decent margin in Arizona and slightly in Nevada, while President Trump's advantage in Georgia and Pennsylvania has been narrowing. As the former vice president formed a path to victory, Mr. Trump continues to raise the specter of litigation and escalates his baseless attacks on the legitimacy of the vote. We move on to the world of sports, where Chevron's batsmen Timison Maruma and Regis Chakava have recovered from COVID-19. Zimbabwe Cricket confirmed in a statement today, and two unnamed Zim Cricket staffers also tested negative, and Zimbabwe's Cricket Academy House in Harare has since been reopened after procedural disinfection. Still with cricket, Zimbabwe and Pakistan will begin their T20 international series on Friday. Pakistan are strong favorites to win the three-match series, and the hosts are ranked 4th in the world, while Zimbabwe lie a lowly 11th. We'll move on to some soccer, where Mighty Warriors coach Tetele Westbanda wants her senior players to step up at the ongoing COSAFA Women's Championships. Now, Zimbabwe lost 1-0 to Tanzania in their opening match in Port Elizabeth yesterday, and Zimbabwe will face Botswana in their last group match on November 9.
Seniors in the team should be able to lead the youngsters, so that at least to put ourselves in a better position. We need to go into the next game targeting a win, because that is the only way that we can be sure that we are staying in the tournament.
Borussia Dortmund striker Erling Haaland was involved in an awkward post-match interview after missing out on a hat-trick. Haaland scored twice in a size 3-0 win over Club Brugge in the Champions League last night. A CBS reporter asked him, "Are you going to sleep alone tonight? You're not taking a girlfriend home right now. You didn't score a hat-trick." Haaland was shocked by the questions. Now, this follows an interview in November 2019 when he said he sleeps alongside his hat-trick match balls, which he described as his girlfriend. And that's all we have for you on ZTN News Blitz. Thank you very much for watching.